All right, welcome to week two of Lorwyn Eclipsed League here in AGL. We are in our Shadow More phase, which means we'll be seeing cards from recent standard sets. I'm here tonight with recent Mega Draft winner Jack H. Rakic. How's it going?
It's going all right. How about yourself?
Not too bad. How did it feel to wake up this morning in Mega Draft winner?
It felt pretty good. Would have been, a little better to wake up a league winner, but I can't really complain
No.
one way or the other.
Oh, Alexi is proud to be on YouTube. He's calling out his mom, who I'm sure will watch this after the fact. Yeah, so we got Alexi here, who is fresh off his first mega draft yesterday as well. He took part in that up against Georgii C, who more or less is becoming a regular here on the feature matches at least once a week. What's Georgie got in his hand over there?
Yeah, so it seems like we have a Naya deck. He didn't have a white source until he just top decked one, but he has a forest in hand, no green cards present, but the rest of his hand is a take out the trash, rabbit gnaw, and rider spike spitter and a squad rallier. So it's, a couple decent creatures, couple decent removal
All right, so we're
spells.
gonna get a nice little potential engine going on here with the Healer's Hawk and the Cat Collector here. Yeah, very nice. I mean, those were in the same set, so that was a thing you could do. The rest of his hand, he has
Oh,
Turn Inside Out, which was a very nice card. And he has Blight Rot to put the 4 minus
okay.
counters. And he's got a mountain and a swamp, so he's gonna need to get some interesting cards here to draw because there's not too much going on. He's got a removal and a Turn Inside Out is nice though.
Georgie's surveilling a Tweeze on the top. He doesn't have a fourth land,
Yeah,
and his Rider, Spike Spitter, and his Squad Rally both cost 4, but the draw for turn was also a Bridget, so he'll have something to do next
yeah,
turn
sounds
regardless.
good. Yeah, his draw here was a sizzling changeling, so just such a generically good card.
Yeah, 3 mana, trades with it, 3 drops, draws me a
Yep,
card.
and
That's
it
not
gives you
blood.
synergy in every deck. So,
And notably, it takes 5 mana to kill with Dragon's Prey, as I found out
oh,
today.
there you go. Yeah, in this league, I'm finding in this part of the league, I'm finding less synergy, obviously, with creature types. But it will slot in when you do have something that cares about a creature type.
Yeah, I know that Matthew was saying, I think his Dragonologist was giving his changelings hexproof or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Just funny little stuff.
my 3 mana 5/4 dinosaur gave my changeling +1/+1, so
True.
that
Yeah,
does the
yeah.
trick, I guess. Yeah, there's some fun things that have shown up here. Looks like he's gonna get really good value out of this changeling because he's gonna basically get 2 cards off of it here.
Yeah, and he can just, assuming he doesn't manifest anything he cares about, he can just block the Starfighter pilot now.
Yeah. So you said he had some good 4 drops. What's he gonna discard here then?
Yeah, I would imagine he has to be pitching one of the 4 drops because he's surveilled another removal spell on top, so he's still not gonna hit his land. Yes, gets rid of the Squad Rallier.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
he,
the weaker one.
he had surveilled a Bombard to the top, which is now in hand. So he's doing okay with removal. He still has the Bombard and take out the trash.
All right, so
But he's not really like,
he gets a dragon spray and okay, there's a Herald of Eternal Dawn that he could put under this manifest to maybe one day flip up for 7 mana.
well, imagine he's probably not going to want to trade that
Yeah,
off with the 2/2.
yeah. So that's if you haven't played Foundations in a while, it's a 6/6 flying that you can't lose the game. Your opponents cannot win.
Notably, also had Flash,
Yeah, so
but
basically, all grown up Platinum Angel.
yeah,
But
it being under the manifest is may as well be the same thing as having Flash at this point because it will be a surprise when it gets turned up.
yeah, so there's he'll still need he has a mountain in hand, so he'll need another white mana as well. But
Yeah, like we mentioned, Georgie does have removal spells to hit it, but he may not suspect, something as
oh well,
threatening
there's the plains.
like
I think it's a
the pop.
pretty I don't know. I'm pretty tempted to get rid of the Bridget here just because he's low on mana and it gives him mana. So,
Yeah, it
but I
doesn't
guess it
actually.
actually yeah it doesn't actually ramp in this turn.
Well, he has an honored knight captain, which makes another 1/1, but
Yeah, now he can
It
do
doesn't
this.
let him. Oh yeah, I guess he could play his uncovered rear J with it,
Yeah,
but
I think he's
it
just going
seems like
to.
it's gonna die.
Yeah, and the next turn, there's going to be a 6/6 angel uh, attacking here.
Yeah, so we can tap this for a white mana, but it won't. It
There's
doesn't do
nothing.
anything.
Yeah, can't do anything with it. Yeah, so I think. Yeah, okay. Well, all right, well, play the land and give your opponent the bad news, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we have technically the fact that Georgie's short on mana means he can't do this, but he has to take out the trash and bombard. So
Oh
if
boy.
he did have enough mana for it,
I was gonna say
uh,
that's about the worst thing that could be under a manifest, but I think I sent you a screenshot of my match today where I may have done something even more destructive.
yeah, so it looks like it's lights out here. We don't have any
Yeah.
answers to this.
All right. Well, I mean, just he did a couple keeps there where I probably needed the land, but kept a removal just because it was something castable. But I don't know if it's right to dump removals there in search of
Yeah,
lands, but
I mean he could cast everything in his hand. It just you know he wasn't able to double spell or anything like that. And then once the angel came down, he just had no answers for it.
yeah. So we got a Boros deck here with some black removal being splashed. There's a Grubs command that's being splashed, which is not the best of the commands to splash. Like if you don't have a bunch of goblins, but still pretty nice.
Yeah, looks like we're also on Boros over here, but we're splashing green.
Okay.
It looks to be a couple green rares. I see a Scavenging Ooze. We saw the Brigid.
Yeah, yeah. Scavenging ooze. The more green you have, the better it is. So less
Yeah, it's
effective
stuff
on the splash, but still impactful.
right. Um, there's some interesting cards in here. I see a fun one. Hidetsugu's second right from Foundations. That was always it
Okay.
was a fun card. It may not have been good, but I always had a good time trying to play it.
Well,
Get my
you can probably guess the amount of times I've put that in a deck.
yeah, not your kind of card for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm. We'll say I'm off it in general,
One
but
of my
once in a while somebody will get somebody with it. But it
one
would
of my
be quote memorable moment if that happened in a future match. So uh,
it's like Georgie just boarded in a Sonar Strike.
okay.
That's like a 4 damage to I don't know if it's attacking or tapped, but it's 4 damage to some version of creature your opponent has, and then if you have a bat, which is unlikely to happen, you gain 3 life.
Yeah, so here he's brought in a keep out, took out exercise. I guess he just didn't see big creatures. I mean, he did. I mean, opponent was stuck on 3 mana, so he didn't see all that much. But he just
Yeah,
figured maybe the keep out would be better, especially if they are opponent. If his opponent is playing like a Boros sort of
yeah.
style deck.
I think that's the logic here too for bringing out a Sonar Strike. Is like my opponent is also trying to attack me, so the Sonar Strike's going to
Yeah,
be a little better.
I mean, again, he didn't really see too much of Georgie's deck. A couple removals and a couple of low drops, but yeah, he saw enough to know that the exercise maybe wasn't gonna have as many targets.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, nice hand here. He's got just two main colors. He has a plains and a mountain, and he has three 2 drops in the Starfighter Pilot, the Rear J Zookeeper Mechan, and then he's got the Squad Rallier and the Impossible Inferno, which is 6 damage spell. So it looks like pretty solid here.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking at a hand where he only has one castable spell, so it's hard to justify a keep there. Yeah, so he comes to the ultimately I believe to be the correct decision to mulligan, and he's got a Bridget in his hand, which he can't. I don't believe he can flip it based on what I saw. Um, so it's just kind of a common a 3/2 that makes a 1/1.
Yeah,
But he's
still
also got
fine.
a Liminal Hold and a Spine Rock Tyrant. So big
That is a good one.
big old dragon, and he drew a Wary Farmer, which has been pretty good, honestly.
We don't have our third land, but we do have a
Yeah,
Mechan
the
which can tap.
Zookeeper Mechan.
It's gonna run the Rear J out.
Yeah, Zookeeper Mecha was an interesting design. There was a couple sets last year. I think there two or three sets where they gave red like a mana dork at
Yeah, I mean,
2 mana.
the one in Dragonstorm, the uncommon
Yeah,
three.
I thought I'm not sure I liked that. So I think they maybe played around with it, and then maybe they'll come back to it, maybe not. But it did
Yeah,
it felt weird.
I suppose Leyline Weaver was also a quote unquote red mana dork from.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Or
But yeah,
Spider Manifestation for those who play in paper.
it
That
was
that
it
is
was
a card that was played in the Pro Tour. So
yeah. So we have the trees for this to be able to
yeah,
get in. Hopefully,
okay.
find ourselves a land. Discarding this Phineas because he doesn't have a green source cast right now.
Oh right, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
I
this
mean,
weird
yeah.
getting up there is nice.
The Zookeeper Mechan sort of fit in Edge because Red was not aggressive in that set. Red was actually like wanting to ramp with all the landers and stuff,
Yeah,
so it kind of worked out. But yeah, interesting designs there. I think he's gonna liminal hold here just to stop getting. I mean, I guess he could either deny the mana or just stop getting attacked by this ever growing creature. Yeah,
yeah.
he
And the
says he
Rio
can
J
have the mana. I'm fine with this.
Rio J attacking as a 4/3 next turn. Yeah, I do think that's probably the right play.
Yeah, so we have the tyrant coming down potentially next turn.
Okay. I mean, we have the Impossible Inferno. We don't have a land. So drawing a land would let us kill the
Is
tyrant.
that the Duskborn one?
Yeah, it's a six
Yeah,
damage, and if you have you impulsive draw.
yeah. Okay.
Uh, we do not have 5 mana, nor do we have Delirium. But if you got to deal with the Spine Rock Talent, you got to deal with the Spine Rock
Yeah,
Tyrant.
the Impossible Inferno was interesting because it's like what needs to be put on the 5 mana red removal spell to make it like better than bad filler, and it's still
Yeah.
like you still cut it sometimes even like it was fine.
So what we found out, I think, from recent sets is that what you need to put on the 5 mana red removal is a cost reduction, because
Yeah,
we've had some 4 mana ones like Crash and Burn, and there's one in this set too that they've
yeah.
felt.
The one from Edge was like especially good.
Yeah,
That
the
one was
orbital
much.
peach. It was
Yeah,
sorcery, but you got a lander for getting extra damage.
yeah. I mean, the Impossible Inferno was playable, but better than its predecessors. But yeah, so we
Yeah.
got it.
I mean,
We got a unflippable Brigid showdown here.
yeah. I guess
So
he's just trying to bait some removal out.
yeah,
Um,
interesting that he didn't play out the dry. I guess I mean there's not that much removal that he could have for a 5 mana 6/6 flying for 4 mana. I mean there are possibilities, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm the kind of person that I just unless I like know a lot about my opponent's deck to the point where I could reasonably put a removal in their hand for some reason. I just play my threat. I'm just like, here it is.
Yeah, and over here, with us still missing the mana, there's a possibility we wouldn't have been able to kill it anyway.
Yeah, because like, why would I ever destroy Brigid if I'm the opponent here? That can't be flipped from a Mario player. It's like it's basically a
We,
common at that point, right? 3 mana, 3/2 that makes a 1/1.
yeah, we've drawn
Yeah.
a Midnight Mayhem over here, which was another Dustborn classic.
Which one was that? Which one?
It's the make 3 gremlins and your creatures
Oh,
get
Midnight
menace.
Mayhem. Yeah, I just didn't catch the name. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Was it like
Uh,
menace
I
and
guess
hate?
another reason to have changelings hanging around.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So still doesn't play out the dragon here. I guess I don't know what he's waiting for because it's not like he has a good creature to target. If you already have something good in play, might as well just play the dragon
Also,
because at least you have the good card left after.
right, right. I mean, the other thing too, or does Spinarch Tyrant say instant or instant sorcery or just any spell?
Haven't read it recently enough to to know the exact wording.
Yeah, I mean, I have to imagine it's probably instant sorcery because if it wasn't, Alexis could have doubled the spiral into solitude.
Really? Oh,
What's a spell with the target? Yeah, I
okay.
mean, I gotta imagine it's probably instant sorcery. Others, I feel like you would have wanted to wait and get like
All right.
double.
Here's the Klacken Festival here. Put in more 1/1s into play and just flooding the board here. And now Alexi is basically obligated to play his dragon. I imagine.
Well, we've got our fifth land now, so it is going to die to an impossible Inferno.
I mean, he could have gotten how many attacks with the dragon already? I guess just one.
Just one. Yeah, we would have killed it this turn. Okay, we're still
Yeah.
not
Okay. I
not playing
mean,
the dragon.
and again, I know he's trying to bait removal, but the creatures that he's playing are not,
Yeah, they're
not
not
tasty
really
enough.
removable. It isn't like his board is able to stop attacks here either.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't think he's going to
Bridget
use
with
a five
the
mana removal on this tutu here.
Bridget with the Cloud Giant Festival is kind of nice. You can just kind of pump out creatures and
Yeah, and the Zookeeper magnet activation as well.
yeah, definitely true.
Pump a bunch of mana into that.
Okay, looks like
Yeah, so
we're throwing.
just looking quickly at their records, we got Alexis got at 3 and 5, so he's got a good number of packs. I believe he's got three just from this week. So recently added a bunch of cards to his deck, and Georgie's looking. He's at 4-3, so in the middle right now. Yeah, I mean he's just gonna activate this festival, and then I mean, like I said, we know the dragon would have died, but
Yeah,
still have to play
he can
it.
activate the festival twice.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Although I assume it's going to be activate the festival once and then impossible Inferno the Spine Rock Tyrant when it gets
Yeah,
played.
that'll work. I mean, he's dragging it like he doesn't want to play it, but like, what are we doing if we're not playing it?
Right. That's there's only so long you can try and hold it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is an instant or sorcery spell anyway.
Okay, so it wouldn't have worked with the spiral. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, Georgie. Well, I guess you had to do it this way. I was thinking he could activate the Clutch Festival and then Impossible Inferno, but his
No,
Bridget doesn't make red mana. Yeah, his Bridget
yeah,
only makes green and white mana. So, oh, that actually wasn't something I'd flagged that you can tap the Bridget before flipping it.
yep,
Huh, that's neat. I guess that makes sense because it's in your main phase, but I'd never seen someone do that.
yeah. No, it works. Yep, it works. All
Neat.
right.
The more you
Well,
know.
I guess he just wanted to get his speed going here.
Sure. I mean, I don't hate it. Right. What's the spike splitter like? Draws you a card
All
every
right.
turn,
Well,
right? Or
another land here is signaling trouble. We'll say.
yeah. I mean, we can activate. We'll get a 1/1 here, and then I assume we're just gonna Midnight Mayhem and jam everything.
Yeah, that could work.
Oh, this is fun.
All right.
Yeah, he has enough red for this. So he's drawn Goliath Daydreamer, so he can put his
Oh,
Midnight Mayhem under the Daydreamer.
sure. Yeah.
That's
Why not?
good.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Goliath Daydreamer is not a gremlin, but this still seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, just throw everything in the pot, and yeah, this game is not going to last another round of turns. I don't believe. Let's see what he gets for his draw. It's a Wander Wine Trapper. That's not going to do it. Yeah, so we're going to get a game 3 here. So pretty impressive combinations of cards there, especially the Klacken Festival that can just with a huge mana sink there.
Yeah, I mean the Bridget was making like 10 mana there at the end of the
It's
game.
a lot, yeah. Yeah, that card's like it ranges from plays like a common to does broken things that no other card can, which is like
Yeah,
kind of a wild range. Like in Alexi's deck, it's a common. Like in
yeah.
that game, it played like a mythic. So
It's interesting with those cards because a lot of them, like the flip ones, you just wouldn't play outside of the deck. Like I'm not gonna play Grub in a deck if I'm not a Goblins deck because I'm not gonna have anything to get back. But Bridget is just like even if you're not playing Kithkin or you're not playing green white, just playing it as a 3 that makes someone want to still like acceptable.
yeah, that's the word you could use. Acceptable. Yeah, most of them you're not going to play. I mean, I guess. Yeah, most of
Like
them you
Sig's
don't play
probably
outside the deck.
Sig's probably okay as just like a 2 minute 2/2 that can be blocked. And like when you play him, you can give something else like Curiosity Text for a
Yeah,
turn. But
Ashling to a
yeah,
lesser degree also as a rummager, but
sure, sure.
I mean, again, that ends up playing out like a common if you can't afford
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
All right, so he's looking here, seeing. Does
We had a
Phineas? What does Phineas do when it attacks? You put a counter on all your tokens or something like that.
It's like yeah, put when it swings, put a counter. I think it puts a counter on all your rabbits and like put a counter on all your creatures that are rabbits or tokens, and then if you have like 10 power, you draw a card.
Yeah, I'm not usually into splashing two drops, but this can that can be sort of a late game advantage there.
I mean, we look at his board state from the last game. It
Yeah,
looked it looked pretty damn good.
yeah, exactly. Again, like normally I would say, I would be hesitant to splash a two drop, but this is one where if you play it
Yeah,
later, still does something. No changes yet. Just sort of looking at the board. Last game, looking at opponent's graveyard, looking at his deck, uh, figuring out if he wants to swap something here.
we submitted no changes pretty quickly over here. Looks like he was happy with how it played out
I
last
guess
game.
he's seeing the tokens and he took out a 2-1, the Firebrand Archer.
Yeah, like probably just didn't like how it matched up against that board of
Oh,
1/1
and he put
tokens.
in the something Pack Beasts. It's a 3 mana 0/4 with I guess
Oh,
mobilize. That was the keyword.
the Dalcoven. Yeah, it's the mobilized 3/1,
Yeah,
right? Okay, so we've got a hand that, well, it's kind of awkward. So he has a encumbered Georgii to play this turn. Um, but the only other castable card in hand right now is a Thriller possibility, and then we have two green cards and an Enduring Innocence, but we don't have a second plains or a green.
yeah.
Uh,
We got lots of lands here. I was gonna say lots of pretty lands, but these are just his choice of lands are just they're just okay. He's got a Dragon's Prey and a Thunderhead Gunner,
okay, we did
and
draw a
that's
land
it.
for Innocence.
Okay,
This card's a two.
he's got a Ride's End here, so that's gonna get a clean answer to this Enduring Innocence.
Oh, very nice. We don't actually have a creature to play, so it
But
may
Alexis
not
doesn't
do
know
anything
that.
at all.
Yeah, Alexi would very much enjoy a thrill possibility if he had access to one at this exact moment.
We've drawn a green source, so next turn we have Phineas to
Yeah,
play.
this is Phineas is getting destroyed, possibly. Right, we got the Thunderhead Gunner coming down. That can start filtering away some of these excess lands.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's good
So
stat line.
he's drawn his Grubs command. Um, so I don't know how many goblins he'll copy, but the other options are destroy a creature artifact. Your creatures get +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. And I can't recall the last one.
It's a mill five cards and
Oh,
put all into the hand.
yep, yep.
Um,
Target
which
player
was
mills 5.
hard to play. Yeah, yeah. Well, you could in fact mill your opponent, except they would then put all the goblins into their hand. It's an option.
I mean, yeah, you could just keep. It's a loop with Grub. You could just mill your
Yeah.
opponent to death because you could just keep
Uh,
copying Grub.
yep.
Anyway,
They're all
uh,
worded to have two targets so they don't get blown out.
yeah, we got a Brigid here and a Banishing Light are the draws from this turn.
Okay. Protective response is nice. That was the draw for us to
Yeah,
get
that's a
rid of
good
that
one.
gunner. But we don't really have anything else. Like there's a blossoming defensive hand, which is maybe not something I would play on the splash, but it is castable here.
Yeah,
And then
again, yeah,
just
not. Yeah, it's a card you would want access to from pretty early in the game potentially.
yeah.
So
And then the rest of our hands just take out the trash bombard. So we have removal and a protection spell and no creatures.
okay, so Alexi said, I don't know, this Phineas. I saw you make tokens last game. I don't want you to do that again and draw a bunch of cards and have them be big. So let's get a banishing like that, even though it wasn't an imminent threat, but it was a potential threat.
I imagine we're probably gonna take out the trash here. Yeah. No
He says,
raccoons.
you know what, Bridget, you're trash.
Yeah,
That's what that's what he said. So what if it's a raccoon? You get to rummage.
if you no, if you have a raccoon.
Yeah, yeah, if you have one. All right.
Noggle robbers draw.
Here's a good cofflerism here. The Noggle robber making that treasure.
Yeah, this is nice for fixing, but he does already have his green source, so not as necessary for the treasures here.
Yeah, Naga Robber's a bit of a weird. It's like it occupies a weird space in the set
Yeah,
because, like, if you're elves, like, it's a good card, but if you're like an elf deck, like, first of all, it's not an elf, and second of all, it's hard to cast. One green green is not like trivial. Like, and
right.
if Naga Robber's in your opening hand, you want it on turn three. Like, it gets a lot worse, if you can't play it on
I
turn
found
three.
it's supposed to be for the vivid space, but I found it's
Yeah.
pretty nice in elementals too. I guess those kind of overlap a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's a bit better in the elementals, I would say. But like in the goblins deck or elves, it's just like it's a little awkward.
Yeah.
So Alexi does have in theory a removal for this dragon, but in practice the dragon's prey cannot presently be cast on this dragon.
Well, also in practice, it's going to eat a blossoming defense in his hand.
That works too.
Uh, yeah, good attacks here. Yeah, the Storm Tree Fair was a nice draw, especially with the protection to back it up.
Yeah, if my removal got countered by a splash blossoming defense,
Not only
I
that, but
might feel a little slightly indignant. But I mean,
the
blossoming defense is a
removal
good card, right? It is
it's
good.
the removal you had to spend 2 extra on as well.
Yeah. So he's gonna do his grubs. He might just do grubs command here.
Okay. I mean, either way, we'll eat the blossoming defense.
Well, if he has to pay five to kill you, might as well just play the grubs command.
Yeah, Grubs command, and also maybe you draw some goblins out of your deck.
I don't. I didn't see too many goblins in his deck. If I may speak freely.
Well, given the other modes do absolutely nothing here, it's may as well roll the dice and see if you
Yeah,
get a
that
couple.
works.
He could give his Kithkin +1 and +1 haste if he really wanted to.
Uh, that is absolutely a thing you could do. What's taking him so long to cast the blossoming defense?
Yeah. So X group here, no goblins.
Nope. So
But
looks
you
like.
said he has the dragon spray as well,
So I'm
right?
assuming he's just gonna. He didn't attack because he just is gonna chump here because he faces a lot of damage potentially. If Georgie just pumps mana into the dragon,
Yeah. We have a reigning victor to play.
that'll do it. Also,
And then he'll still be able to get his pump on the dragon. Pretty good board state here. I mean, we're out of cards in hand, so
yeah,
it's fine.
Alexi's definitely working from behind right now.
Yeah, he still has outs for sure, but this is a pretty threatening board state.
All right, he's got a blight rot here, so but it's gonna cost him a lot of damage because he's gonna have to kill these creatures over multiple turns.
Yeah, with only the one swamp. I guess you just have the dragon spray the dragon this turn, and then hopefully you can
Well,
blight
I
rot it.
mean, I kind of like blight rot after Georgie puts a bunch of mana into the dragon. Potentially, I like blight rotting it.
Oh, sure,
But
like
he kind of just got hit by a blossoming defense, so there's a little bit of
yeah,
hesitation
we just
for letting him untap. But he did, yeah, letting him untap and see an extra card. All right, we got our Rayblade Trooper here, which is going to come down and just be a 3/3, and then he'll be able to. So he'll be
okay.
able to trade and kill the other one. So unless Georgie finds something else,
Not out of it yet. Just a
we're still kicking here.
just a plains over here in hand for us, so we're not threatening lethal next turn.
Yeah, so he's again considering just playing the Dragon's Prey now for same reason as he played the removal on his last turn. Just once you get hit by Blaster Defense, you're like, oh, like you could have
Yeah,
more. Is there more where that came from?
really great draw here. I mean, it's not going to win the game, but we have a Cool Wrath Zealot,
Oh yeah, that is
which
a
is
great one.
6/5 that gets another impulsive draw.
Yeah, I always groan when my opponent plays that, which like
Yeah, it's like, man, they got a giant creature and they got another card out of it. Like, this
yeah,
is
like it's a 6 drop comment. Like it's fair for what it does, but it's just like every time I see him, I'm just like, ah.
it's got Owlbear vibes.
Oh
Yeah, I always like feel good when I see someone land cycle it. I'm like, oh yeah, they're not gonna play that.
yeah, there it
But
is.
it's yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough to deal with.
Oh
And
well,
oh
that's
well,
that's Alexis just sees that. Oh, okay, well, wait,
we I don't know why he's waiting.
Could he have not? Yeah. Could he have not cast it?
Does he not realize it goes face? No.
Oh, well, we'll tell him after.
Okay.
Alexi,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be he just believed that it dealt damage to creatures only. So, but either way, congratulations to Georgie on the win here in week 2, and thanks for watching.